Jada Emperor checking in once again. Y'all already know what time it is. This is going to be a general reading for the sign of Cancer. Hello, Cancer. Welcome. Let's get into it. I appreciate the love and support, likes, comments, and subscribes. What does Cancer need to know for today? Ooh, the Fool card showed itself. So you're jumping out there. You're about to take a leap of faith. Or you're about to jump out there on your own. You are protected at this time. You're good. You're guided. Doves flying above you. You're good. You're guided. You could be protected by God, or you're just being guided. Something came to a fail, but rejection is your protection, or you dodged the bullet. Ooh, you're going through this transition period. There's a need to connect with your dark and your light side, not just your light, dark also. Why do we go through hard times? Why do we go through trauma? So your back is against the wall. You feel like it's just you in this situation. When your back is against the wall, what came out? What flipped over? Ooh, the Emperor. Are you dealing with an Aries? It could be Aries energy up in you. Meaning, like, you could have Aries energy in your chart, or you could be just exuding you're making boss moves, you bossed up. The Emperor came back out. So Aries has entered the chat. It's saying pay close attention to an Aries. The Moon card is showing itself. So Cancer, pay close attention to a spiritual connection with an Aries, or this is you making the decisions that you need to make because it's more in alignment with your spiritual journey with the Emperor card, Cancer. Speak your truth. You're about to be catching flights, not feelings. Or you're at a distance. You're not. You could be abroad or traveling, getting over, moving something, moving on. What does Cancer need to know, please and thank you? I'm picking up on a Cancer that's got some fire up in them, or you just connecting to that fire energy, passion. You're doing what you're passionate about. You're more powerful when you're passionate for some reason. Oh yeah, passion creates fire. So it's like you could be tired as hell, but whenever you have passion, you can still have the drive to go do something. That's where you get that extra energy outside of your 9 to 5, outside of your regular schedule, outside of what you normally would give. When you're passionate about something, you just do it because it ain't about how you feel. It's about what you want. It's like that fire. It's that fire and desire. By the way, I got the fire on the screen playing in the background. That's what you hear, that crackling noise. But let's pull it. The first card out was the Wheel of Fortune, Cancer. So Cancer, free will. The ball is in your court. What you gonna do with it? Ooh, there goes that Emperor. You better make a decision. You better make the right one. And you better stand on business. If you're wondering, what decision should I make? The decision to stand on business, or you did stand on business? That is the third time or the fourth time the Aries or the Emperor card has come out. So we're gonna write that down. Stand on business. So far, that's what we got. Ooh, love. So this was a relationship you were dealing with. You stood on business when it came to love or connections, relationships. When it comes to a person or people, or a cycle has been completed. So Venus retrograde had ended. Mercury retrograde had ended, in this past week. So things are different. Oh, you were sleeping with the enemy. It was a missed opportunity because you were battling someone who was you were fighting with someone. Missed opportunity. Oh, you found something out. Are you paying attention to the details, or you saw something? The Fool card. You saw a better opportunity, or there will be a better opportunity to jump out there, to go towards something. If you thought you missed it, you didn't miss it. Again, it's in divine timing. All things work together for the good. You need to cut someone off and get a protection order, or get a restraining order, or you need to file a lawsuit or some type of, it says the public defender. This could be connecting to your ancestors as well. Calling for backup. Queen of Swords. You need to get tapped in. You need to cut someone off because they were in the way of your spiritual connection. You need to call for backup if necessary. Calling your guides, whatever, your spirit guides, or call on God, call on the Holy Spirit. You can even be religious. I know I've met some Cancers who say they don't believe in zodiac sign stuff, but the stuff is real. Just look it up. You just gotta have an open mind and just look at your horoscope for the day. That should be real. Everything is in alignment. But calling for backup, going and doing that research, doing the necessary things that you need to do, because the Ten of Swords was in the advice of the outcome. So when it comes up in the advice, it's recommending to remove these swords. It's recommending to wash the dishes. It's recommending to check on your health. It's recommending to get over a bad breakup. It's recommending to, whatever is done, and I can't, it's over. In the outcome. And then we got oppression in the advice. So it's saying You feel torn between the two. It's saying remain independent. And then you're worried about finances or struggling, or you're worried about some type of health, or in general, Five of Pentacles represents an odd situation. So you're worried about something. We're going to clarify what you're worried about. But we got the Empress at the bottom of the deck. So you could be dealing with a Taurus or a Libra, but you love to love, you love to give, you support. You're very supportive. You allow, you don't stress, you don't force. You take your time, you're nurturing. And with that being said, the Strength card came out, and I'm going to read it to you. Could be dealing with a Leo. Leo isn't entered the chat, but whatever it was, you stood on business. You stayed disciplined. So strength, control over a situation, strength, courage, fortitude, conviction, energy, determination, defiance, action, confidence, accomplishment, conquest, fervor. And I can even show it to you, and you can pause it and read it yourself. But that's what the Strength card represents. Maintain your strength over a situation. You must stay disciplined and in control. You don't have a choice. You must stand on business. Let me add that must in that motherfucker. The gas ain't hitting if it ain't musty. You feel me? You must stand on business. If you ain't choking, you ain't smoking. You feel me? You know, that's what they say. You know, they say if she smokes, she pokes. So what you think that means? That means if she's around, she's down. That's what that means. So you must stand on business, Cancer. You must. You must stand on business. All right, let's pull a card for each sign. This is going to be for Cancer, dealing with each sign all the way from Aries to Pisces. I will be going live tomorrow at 3:33 Central Standard Time. If you want to catch me live and ask me some free Q&A, I will be doing a free Q&A live tomorrow at 3:33 Central Standard Time. Just letting you know in advance, someone is spying or watching you. Someone is spying or they're watching you. You got your eyes on somebody. But yeah, if you're interested in asking questions, I do like live free Q&A on live. I go live and then just start answering questions for people. We'll do that tomorrow, and that should be lit. Okay, there's the Chariot card. So you're definitely getting over, moving on, traveling long distance, or just withdrawing your emotions. Yeah, an unhealthy situation. That's what the Ten of Swords could represent. You kept getting the warnings. You kept seeing the signs, or you keep seeing the signs, Cancer. You can't ignore the signs. You must stand on business. Could be dealing with a Libra or a Taurus. Whoever you're dealing with, they have feelings for you. They still do. They still love you. Because that's their energy. You know, one thing about a mama, she'll always let you come back. She'll always accept a good mama. An empress will. You know, some people out here don't have that luxury of having, you know, that mom or that grandma or that feminine energy that you can always come back to. But that's what the feminine energy basks and embodies. It's like having a mom. She will always let you come back home, or you can always go to mama, or, you know, home is where the heart is. That's how they feel about you. Cancer dealing with an Aries, they want to talk. Let's have a conversation, Cancer. Or there's a conversation that needs to be had. Cancer dealing with a Taurus. They're showing up as honest, true, and real. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Is transparent. Cancer dealing with a Gemini, it's just pleasure. They just want sex. They just want to fuck. Or you just need to leave it at pleasure. It's nothing more than that. Cancer dealing with a Cancer. You're busy working. You could be away at work or just preoccupied, collaborating or working or building, construction, under construction, loading. Cancer dealing with the Leo. They're stubborn. They're not going to change. Cancer dealing with a Virgo. They feel trapped in the situation. Cancer dealing with the Libra. Pain, sadness, affliction, illness, bad health, bad news, bad everything. Ten of Swords. Cancer dealing with a Scorpio. Mind over heart, head over heart's decisions to make. Pick one. Are you gonna go with your mind or your heart? You idling between the two, and that's a decision. No decision is still a decision. Dealing with Scorpio. Cancer dealing with a Sagittarius. Failure. It won't work out. Seven of Pentacles. Seven of failure. Cancer dealing with a Capricorn. Judgment card. They realize you're wise and they want to. If they're trying to deal with you, they realize who you are and they want to take advantage or something like that. This could be your twin flame or twin soul. You recognize them for who they are, vice versa. And if you're dealing with a Aquarius, they're going to cut you off, or you're going to cut them off, or there's a need to. Queen of Swords. And if you're dealing with a Pisces, you make them horny. They lust after you. They're fertile. They want you. They have emotions for you. There's growth here. There's opportunities dealing with Pisces. Cancer dealing with the Pisces. I'm being guided to pull the You Are a Badass affirmations deck. So we'll go ahead and pull one. And then I will let y'all go. If this ended up resonating, if you want me to pick up on your energy, comment. What does Cancer need to know? We had like 3 or 4 pop out. So we're going to put those back in. I usually don't like to get like 3 or 4. I like to just get like 1. I'm real particular about my shit. You feel me? So can I get 1 card for Cancer on the way out the door? What does Cancer need to know real quick? Oh, that was the one. Even though I am anxious and afraid, I will be fucking brave anyways. So it's saying even though you're scared, holding back, anxious, you're going to do it anyway. Even though you're anxious and afraid, I'll be fucking brave anyways. That's all I got for the sign of Cancer. I will catch y'all on the next one. Peace.